Hi, this is Joe again with another review. So in this video we're going to be discussing the 1973 animated film Charlotte's Web. Of course, this film is based on a famous children's novel of the same name. It was written by E.B. White some 20 years earlier, and even though the credit is 1972 in the credits for this film, the movie actually came out in 1973. Of course, in my generation, this movie was played all the time, especially on TBS, the Turner Broadcasting Service basic cable channel, or the Atlanta, or was at that time called the Atlanta Superstation. You used to broadcast this movie all the time, particularly around Thanksgiving weekend, so give the kids something to watch over Thanksgiving weekend instead of playing football, watching football all the time. But remember, this movie was on constantly on television back in the late 70s and throughout the 80s. Of course, this movie is one of the few animated films that was not produced by Disney at the time. It was produced by Hanna-Barbera, the famous cartoon duo who owned Saturday morning TV for kids. Of course, now it's no Saturday morning cartoons anymore. But they were the ones who produced this movie, and you did get some top-notch voice acting talent, and you knew who the voice actors were at the time, because the voice was so distinctive, and they didn't even really disguise their voices like Mel Blanc can, because he was did all those voices for Warner Brothers, and he disguised his voice from character to character. But not in this thing. You knew who these characters were, you knew what their voices sounded like, and they didn't disguise their voices at all in this film. The voice work was done by Debbie Reynolds, who of course provided the voice and singing voice of Charlotte the Spider, the main character. You also had Paul Lynde, who was at that time in 1973 was the center square in the original version of Hollywood Squares. It was hosted by Peter Marshall, so you know what his voice sounded like. He played Templeton the Rat, provided the voice of Templeton the Rat. And you had Henry Gibson, who was famous for being on the sketch comedy show Laugh-In. It was before Saturday Night Live, folks. Laugh-In was the show then, sketch comedy show. He was the voice of Wilbur the pig. And of course, I forgot who was the voice of Fern, who actually owned and took care of Wilbur when he was a baby pig. I forgot who provided her voice, but she wasn't bad either. And of course, the cartoon Fern, she was also kind of cute as well, for a cartoon character. Anyway, for those of you who don't know the story of Charlotte's Web, I don't know why I'm even explaining the story. The story of Charlotte's Web is basically the story of Wilbur the pig. Even though I think Charlotte's Web is really basically the story of Wilbur the pig. And Wilbur was born on this farm, and he was like literally the runt of the litter. It was like a small little itty bitty pig, and Fern grew attached to Wilbur. This little itty bitty pig who was like the runt of the litter, and she found out that her father was about to kill the pig, because if you got a pig that's small like that, like Wilbur was, you're not going to live very long. You can't get food because there's so many other pigs. Too many pigs for the tits. That sort of thing. And so what happened was she defended Wilbur, protected him from being killed, and so the father said, "Okay, you take care of it for a while and see how hard it is to raise a runt." But she took care of the pig, and she was getting bigger, and it was doing very, very well. So after a year, Fern's father wanted to sell Wilbur to his brother-in-law's cousin, and because he raises pigs, plus other animals. So of course Fern was very upset that her father sold Wilbur because he got quite attached, like I said, and so I'm up. But Fern, because it's his relatives, who Fern's father sold him to, other relatives, they allowed Fern to visit the pig anytime she wants. So she was constantly visiting the pig, visiting Wilbur, see how he was doing. And then, of course, Wilbur, like all the other animals in this farm, and then, of course, it's an animated cartoon, the animals could talk. And, of course, Wilbur could talk. And the problem is they did a song, and Wilbur he just started learning to talk, and he started speaking. He was saying words that no newborn kid would even pronounce, or couldn't even pronounce. And Wilbur was singing these really long, multi-syllable words, in the song that he was singing. I mean, it was, kind of like freaked me out a little bit. It's kind of like a bit of Frosty the Snowman. I felt like the same way. How can he came to life? He knows what a thermometer is, but he doesn't know what a traffic light is. That type of mentality you have. These things you nitpick about when you're much older, and you're noticing these things. Anyway, Wilbur finds out from the other animals that in the wintertime, when he gets fat enough, because they want to fatten up the Wilbur, that in the wintertime, when he's fattened up enough, he's going to be killed. And they tell him he's going to be. I think it's mostly just saying just out of jokingly, teasing Wilbur because it was a new animal in the farm. They really were picking on him. At least the sheep was, or the rams, they were picking on Wilbur. And they say to him, look, when you get fat enough, you're going to be carved up into bacon. You're going to be made into bacon or ham. When you get fat enough. And he goes, I don't want to die. And I mean, that's what annoyed me more, even though there's only an hour and a half cartoon. That's what bothered me more than anything else, is that how Wilbur was constantly whining and complaining and crying throughout this whole movie. I mean, he was like a wimpy pig. I mean, for a pig, it was like a wimp. It really was. I mean, you're only in about 20 minutes into this movie, and you already want to see the pig die already. I mean, you're only about maybe 20 to 30 minutes in the film, and you want him to die. at least that's what I felt. Was to die already. It's why you just take an axe and just whack the pig, and just kill him off. And because he was annoying. He was like the Jar Jar Binks of animated pigs. I mean, you just want this you want this pig to die, and because he was that over the top annoying. It was that over the top, and then all of a sudden you hear this voice coming from the rafters, and it had to be Shauna the pig. Like I said earlier, it was voiced by Debbie Reynolds, of course, the mother of Carrie Fisher, Princess Leia in the Star Wars movies. And so you get to see where Carrie Fisher got some of her talent from her mother. And she was the voice of Charlotte, and she befriended Wilbur and said, okay, I'm going to try to help you out. Now this is where you have to stretch your disbelief here, and from this point on, because Charlotte decides to write words into her web to promote the pig, and believe it or not, Charlotte's messages actually saved Wilbur's life, believe it or not. Because she gets the idea, so let me write some message into my web, and maybe it will save your life. I can't guarantee you that it will 100% save your life, but maybe it could prolong your life a little bit longer. And Wilbur says, okay, anything you can help, I will appreciate it. So one night Charlotte writes the words "some pig" into a whip. And the next morning, the farmhand who dumps the food into Wilbur's little pen there saw the message in the whip and said, "Oh, it's a miracle! It's a miracle!" It said "some pig," right? I mean, a miracle, really? I mean, come on! I mean, it's like putting some Jesus allegory, saying, "Oh, it's a miracle that happened because you see the word some pig and some spider's whip." I mean, please. I mean, come on. I mean, Spider-Man could do shit like that. I mean, come on. I mean, it was like stretching the, disbelief factor here by a factor of 10, by how unbelievable that is that a spider will have a pig out running some pig into a spider web, and people will see the pig that way. I mean, that's basically what this movie was. And it's like, just because it created, a little phrase, it will save Wilbur's life. And for a while, it did. And then, of course, their whip got destroyed. So Schwartz came up with another idea, and they said, "Oh, it was," and it came up with one message after another. So, oh, it was some pig. It was, it wasn't dashing. It was like, one or two word phrases. Splendid. It's like splendid pig or something. It was really, intricate that Charlotte was able to physically write a word into her web, and she was like copying the words, because Templeton and Matt would come back, find garbage, in the farm, or when they went to a state fair, find garbage and find stuff that has words on, and Charlotte would copy the words. Oh, that fits Wilbur. Or it's a humble. And find the word humble, and write the word humble in the web, or Charlotte would work all night for it, and then she just little by little, she's telling Wilbur, "So look, I don't have long to live." And so what happened was, she gave birth to about some 500 spiders, and what she did was, she told Wilbur that she's going to die soon. "No, you can't die, Charlotte. You can't die, Charlotte. What are we going to do?" And he goes, "Why?" I mean, he does it once or twice. I mean, even that was bad enough. But it feels like every 5 to 10 minutes, about every 10 minutes of the movie, you hear Wilbur whining and complaining and crying and says, "I didn't want to die. I didn't want to die. I didn't want to die." I mean, to me, I want to take on my own virtual axe and whack this pig and kill this pig, because it was that annoying. And he says, "What?" And all the years he keeps saying he's a whippy pig, because he gets whining and complaining and crying and throwing a fit and passing out. This pig was literally passing out. Because every time he gets some bad news that there are rumors he's going to get killed, when he gets found enough, he goes crazy. I mean, hello, he's a pig, all right? So, but Charlotte keeps making this message, and he actually having to does save Wilbur's life, and like I said, they went to the state fair because the guy who owned the farm where Wilbur was living in got so much publicity. He said, "Okay, I want to take my Wilbur to the state fair and see if he can win a prize." Unfortunately, he didn't win first prize, but they rewarded Wilbur a special award because of all these messages that Charlotte the Spider was leaving in her web every few days. So he got an award for that, and because he got a special award, and he said, "Oh, I can't kill the pig now." And he said, "Oh, I was planning to kill the pig a long time ago, but since because of Charlotte and all these messages and all the publicity he got, it will make me look bad in killing Wilbur because of all the publicity I got." Imagine what the media was going to say if it killed the pig, so he could sell them to let's see, Oscar Mayer and make bacon out of them, because of these messages and stuff. So he left Wilbur alone, and he led the long life, and the babies that Charlotte left behind hatched, and a lot of them stayed. I think about like three of the spiders that Charlotte gave birth to, stayed there and became friends with Wilbur, and Wilbur defended them and all that stuff. But after a while, the problem that I had with Charlotte's Web is that after a while, they forgot about Fern. After a while. Because Fern was the girl who literally raised Wilbur and protected them from her father and stuff. After a while, like I said earlier, she did visit Wilbur at the farm after Wilbur was sold, and you saw her a few times being friends with Wilbur, and singing to him, and patting him, and hugging him and all that stuff. And then after a while, she started noticing boys, and then she says, "Oh, even though I raised you, Wilbur, screw you! I'm hanging out with this guy." And so says, "Forget you! Even though I raised you since you were a baby, I'm gonna go with this guy because he's cute." And so that's pretty much what Fern did for the rest of the time. And for the second half of the film, you very rarely saw Fern hanging out with Wilbur, protecting Wilbur from possibly being killed. You saw it in the first half, but you didn't see it. You rarely saw it in the second half of this film, and that's really, I like the relationship between Fern and Wilbur more than. And I did like the stuff with Charlotte and Wilbur, later on, where Charlotte was making all these webs and stuff. But it's becoming more and more like an animal cartoon story than the relationship between Fern and Wilbur. And I like that relationship better. And also, besides that, Fern was kind of cute. And you rather look at Fern than looking at a spider, defending Wilbur and running all these webs and stuff. But one character that everybody remembers, of course, is Paul Lynde with Templeton the rat, and he was going crazy in the state fair. It's like a smorgasbord, and he go fat and everything else. Real big fat rat. I mean, that was one of the more entertaining parts of this movie, was seeing Templeton the rat at the state fair scene, and that was more entertaining than anything else. And like I say, and the stretch of disbelief here, because of the messages in Charlotte's webs, was able to save Wilbur the pig. I mean, and that part of the story completely stretches your disbelief, because Wilbur said some pig said, "Hey, yeah, that's right, it's some pig." Yeah. I mean, come on. I mean, the people here, except for maybe Fern. I mean, in terms of the humans, Fern was the only smart one out of the whole bunch. And in terms of the human characters, she was the only smart one in the whole bunch. And at least she didn't act completely, look at that message there. Oh yeah, there's some pig. Yeah, there's some humble pig. I mean. I know I've seen this movie a few times. It was entertaining, but I just thought that Wilbur should have been killed like about 20 minutes in this movie, because you're not going to be able to stand seeing this pig whining and complaining, like I said before early on. But the movie was that. But I'm not saying it's not a horrible movie. But after a while, if you watch it like once, even if the first time you ever see Charlotte's Web, you're gonna get annoyed at Wilbur the pig being crying and whining and complaining about being killed. Oh, you want to die! And so the first time he goes on that van, you want him to die. That's how I felt when I was watching this movie. The first time I saw it, the whole thing, and I just wanted him to get killed. That's a bit because they couldn't stand the whining and complaining, and like I said, I like the Fern character better. And you just saw like the first half of the movie, and they almost completely dropped that character. But the movie was what it was, and it's like I said, it's entertaining for what it was at the time. So that's my review of the movie Charlotte's Web. Well, I know. What I should point out before I close this video, I know they made like a live action version of Charlotte's Web, but for me, you have to watch the full length animated film that I'm reviewing here. Just stick with that one because it's probably going to be the same thing. This computer generated, animals and stuff. It's not going to look so good. So that's my review of the movie Charlotte's Web. Please click on the video. Please rate it. Please subscribe to my channel. Please forward this video to your Facebook pages. You can check out all my reviews on my YouTube channel at RowdyC.com. That's all WDY. And then C.com. That's the homepage to the reviewer, Christy Moore. And please check out all of his videos on his website. Thanks for watching, and catch you next time.